Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Geschützwagen Tiger P, or the Tiger Porsche. It's the Tier 8 German's SPG, and it's located on the north spawn of Overlord, and it's under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, so it's one of my replays again, and you can see I've got the 21cm Morse howitzer, or cannon. And battle has started. Well, this is one of the slowest Artys in the game. Maximum speed forward is 35 kilometers an hour. In reverse, 10 kilometers an hour. It's painfully slow, I'm afraid, and that makes it very vulnerable to enemy attack, which means you have to be as stealthy as you can and try and stay away from the enemy, otherwise you'll be wiped out very quickly. And we can see that some enemy have turned up already. Some are in sight, and I'm trying to move over to the west to find a better firing position. And I've loaded. I've got a 37.17 seconds reload, and the crew's got brothers in arms, and we're using premium consumables. Chocolate. Okay. I'm actually going to fire off to the east of the map, and yep. P44 Pantera, Tier 8 Italian medium, but he goes out of sight, so I'm holding on my fire just until I can see him, because such a long reload, you have to be certain that your shot's going to do some good. And we've got a standard B. It's a Tier 9 Italian medium. Round out. Direct hit. 526 hit points and a nice long stun on him. He's not going to be happy with that, but I'm relocating, finding a new firing position. Plenty of time to do that. Although towards the end of this battle I don't think I relocate as much, because I believe that the enemy is not interested in counter battery. Okay. Almost loaded. Turning to shoot. And I've selected a T10 who seems to be stunned already, and has only still got 100% of his health though. Line him up, round out. Direct hit. 371 hit points from that, and I got 218 as stun assist as well. Changing position. Reloading. Now this replay is interesting for what happens towards the end, and I'll tell you about that at the end, because it's quite unusual. I actually got a message from one of the enemy players after the game, because he couldn't believe what I did. Well, you have to leave you in suspense for the moment. Okay, the same T10 again, and there he is. Line him up, work out where he's going to be, and fire around him. And that fell short. It landed short of him, but it still did 174 hit points of splash, and it tracked him. And now he's moving again, but he's still stunned. Oh, saw a round shot through the picture there, and the T10's gone. Right, okay, I can see a lurver in the dip on the beach, but I can't get at him. There's a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen there attacking two of our tanks. But what I notice at the back of the map is an M40, M43. Doesn't appear to have 6th sense. He has been spotted. I'm loaded. Round out. And he's gone from splash. 30 hit points, but it is a kill. And that takes out one of the enemy Arty. There are 3, so there's still 2 to go. And that Jagdpanther just rammed himself to death against the Progetto. And that was the big Lebowski 99, by the way. Okay, now an enemy standard B was last seen in that vicinity, but we're also looking for potential enemy Arty. We know there's a Conqueror gun carriage and a GW Tiger somewhere around. I'm looking for any sign I can see them. There's that lurver. Oh, somebody on the beach. It's a Skorpion G, and this is the moment. Okay, now Skorpion G on the move. Work out where he's going to be and fire the round in. And I one-shotted him while he was on the move. I just worked out where he was going to go, and he went straight to it and blew up. And he contacted me afterwards and said, I couldn't believe you killed me. And I said, well, it was easy. I just worked out where you were going to go, and I put the shot there, and you went straight to it. And that standard B's been killed. There are only 5 enemy tanks left. I've got a Lerva and a Type 5 Heavy down on the beach. And I'm loaded. And their cap areas now belongs to us, basically. But we're expecting to find the enemy Arty soon. There's a Conqueror down there. Oh, a Striv S1. I marked him as my target, but before I could shoot, he was killed. Got a Waffenträger auf Panzer 4. And he's killed. You see, I tend to mark my targets and people kill them very, very quickly after I do that. Which means that really, in the sense, if I want to get any damage, I should not mark my targets. But it does actually help the game. Because if the target gets wounded, then I can get an easy kill. Now, there's still one enemy Arty out there. Conqueror gun carriage hasn't been spotted yet. He's probably in this area. I'm looking at the bushes thinking, well, will I see the tracer from an enemy Arty? Somebody's coming up to that zone right now and there's no sign of him. So maybe he's down on the beach. So we're expecting him to be anywhere on the beach. Most likely situated position is right next to that cliff or further down. And there he is. He's actually been spotted below the cliff, which is a very unusual position for a Conqueror gun carriage. And I can't get a shot on him. I can see him from the overhead view, but no shot. So I can't fire at him and I can't fire at the Type 5 or the Lerva because they are in cover of the cliff. So all I can do is go down to the beach. And this presents a bit of a problem for me because, again, slowest Arty in the game, remember, or one of the slowest. But what happens when I get down to the beach? That's the big problem. Because one of those tanks is not where he was supposed to be. You saw him in grid square H3, according to the map, but he's not. He's there. He's up this end. And I suddenly see the Lerva and think, oh my gum. Well, I'm loaded, and I take a round from the Lerva for 240. I'm lining up a shot on him, working out where he's going to go, fire around it. Oh, it misses. And now I'm in dreadful danger. Very likely to be killed by the Lerva until the Batchat 155-55 turns up and saves my neck. And he derps the Lerva, but unfortunately the Lerva hits him, takes him for a huge amount of hit points. I'm almost loaded, and at that moment the Batchat 155-58 behind me takes him out of the game, and the 155-55 ticks affirmative and runs off into the distance. That just leaves the Type 5 Heavy. And we're trying to get down to the beach. There's our hero in the Batchat 155-58. Charlie... Is that Charlie 000? Charlie 100. Yes, the one who took out the Lerva. And the Type 5 Heavy's been killed. So that's the end of the game. You can see where that Lerva shell went in. Right through the front of the vehicle. So... that's the end of the game. Quite a lucky one for me. And here's the end of battle results. No, it's not a special battle. It was only a third-class tanker for me in the GW. And normally I wouldn't actually put these forward for a replay. But the fact is that there was that communication from the Skorpion G driver. And I also picked up a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I managed to get 10 in that game. And a win rate of 3375. But yes, it was the Skorpion G because it was at 1,150 hit points. It was his full health in one shot. Bizzo Big of Dusty Clan, shout out to you. He actually did manage to contact me. He was very nice about it. He actually didn't understand how he could be one-shotted on the move, but I just explained, well, really, if you're an Arty player, if you can do it, what you do is estimate where the enemy's going to be and when they're going to be there, and you plant the shell in that particular place, and usually the enemy tank will just drive straight into the shell and pick the kill. And it worked in this case. The shell must have landed directly in the cockpit and just completely wiped him out. And you can see the shell was at virtually maximum range because the shell was coming in near vertically on the target. But if we have a look at the team score, you can see that when it came to damage, I was actually in 4th place with 2,251 hit points of damage. The high scorer was the Lorraine 40T. He got 11 Slayos and 3,056 hit points of damage. And then we got the Yag Tiger, the Object 260 ahead of me. And also on the enemy team, the Lurver, who managed to damage me, he got 2,486. So some of that 2,486 was some of my health. When it came to kills, I was in joint second place. The Lorraine 40T managed 3, the T28 prototype 3, and the Conqueror gun carriage on the enemy team managed 3, but I came in with 2 alongside the batch at 155.58. And when it came to base XP, again, it was the Lorraine 40 ton managed to get 1,108, the T28 prototype 843, alongside the batch at 155.55, who very carefully distracted that Lurver, who was set to kill me any second. But got distracted by the arrival of the Batchat, and then obviously I came in at 753. So let's have a look at detail. Well, I only fired 6 shots in that battle. It didn't last very long, 7 minutes 50 seconds. With 37-second reload, you're not going to fire that many shots. But I got 3 direct hits, 3 penetration, and 2 splash. Damage of 2,251 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I received 1 hit from the enemy. It was a penetration. That was from the Lurver. I damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 401 hit points of stun assist of 3 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 35,531 credits. I also got 17,766 credits for mission completion, and so my total came to 53,297, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and I used standard ammo throughout, I actually ended up with 35,537 credits for the battle. I picked up 1,129 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 565 for mission completion, so I took away 2,824 experience points altogether. But yeah, it was pretty good to get that Skorpion G. Very satisfying shot because, as I say, I estimated where he was going to be, right at the other end of the map. He drove straight into the spot and got completely wiped out. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.